Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mike the Ref Twitch stream for January 18th, 2022, our AEW Dynamite Sidecast. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. I hope everybody's having a good week. Hello, Darth Mick. How are you doing here today? It's been an interesting couple days, to say the least. Just want to say, first of all, thank you, everybody, for stopping in and saying hello and whatnot. And time to enjoy some good wrestling tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how this card is going to work out tonight. Because, well, frankly, it's weird. Like, AEW typically has some kind of drama going on. One thing I was thinking about on Monday is the fact that AEW doesn't have a ton of drama going on right now compared to other weeks. Like they had a good week of a show last week. So, and then nothing stupid came out of it at the end, which is rather unusual. Like it seems like WWE is taking all the press lines for all the bad reasons. And then yesterday, if you guys haven't heard, and I'd say a good 75, 80, 85% of the people in the wrestling world, sorry, I just saw something on Twitter there. 85% of the wrestling world knows that current ROH Tag Team Champion Jay Briscoe passed away yesterday in a motor vehicle accident. One member of his family was in surgery. Another two were... It was basically a car accident. The two drivers died. And it seems like one of the passengers was in severe condition. I think it was one of the kids. But either way, you know what? Like, I know we didn't get a chance to see a lot of Jay and Mark Briscoe, and I know there was a lot of thoughts going on about some of the stuff that he said, which he completely apologized for, unlike something that we saw last night with the Philadelphia Flyers. And as far as I'm concerned, people have a way to get better and be part of the solution. Hey, I have a shirt to prove it, but just thinking about the man right now, like 38 years old. Like I'm turning 45 this year. I'm 44 right now, and just to think about this man passing away as young as he, and the family that he had, like, and the outpouring of support. If people are never allowed to overcome mistakes, then we all fall short. As long as you're willing to put in the effort and admit that you're wrong and willing to work forward, absolutely. That's the key thing. You have to be willing to put in that effort to overcome those mistakes. And it seemed like he was, so that's the overcome part, not wallow in the mistakes. Exactly. I get it. But the overwhelming support for Jay Briscoe from the wrestling community makes me wonder how this show's going to go tonight, to be perfectly honest with you. But it does remind me that wrestling does heal in many ways. An ironic fact that, before I get into the card, because we got about 5 minutes here before the show starts, a little ironic fact. In AEW, we've had two personalities who have a very dark coincidence right now. Jay Briscoe and Brody Lee both had their last matches involved in dog collar matches. Brody Lee against Cody Rhodes for the TNT Championship, and the Briscoes taking on FTR at the last ROH pay-per-view. It's uncanny. It spooked me a little bit thinking of that. Makes me wonder how many of these matches they're going to have going forward, at least for a while. Because the last time, well, let's face it, every time they have one, have to make a call. All right, Darth, we'll see you in a few minutes here. And, yeah, it was... All I can say about this right now is make sure you tell the people that you care about how much you care about them. And just keep people close to you. But you know what? We got a few minutes before the show. Let's talk about the matches that are going to be on this card, because it is shaping up to be it's going to be a decent show based on the matches that they got coming up tonight. It does have a bit of a feel of a Big Show hangover. Not a Paul White hangover, but a Big Show hangover. Sorry, that was my cheap attempt at humor there. We got the Young Bucks taking on Top Flight, which I got a feeling that's going to be where they're going to do the big tribute for the Briscoes there with the Young Bucks. Personally, I think that's where that's going to end up being. For the All-Atlantic Championship, we got Orange Cassidy defending against Jay Lethal. Orange Cassidy has 2 championships right now. If you didn't know, he actually has the AEW Gaming Championship, which I'm very happy to see there's some gaming championships coming around. The BBM one will be out. Actually, we're going to have to figure out whether they're going to call it the BBM or the BBG, because, BBG is a whole different platform I don't need to get involved in with here. But yeah, Jay Lethal, they're finally getting Lethal and Jarrett away from that tag team title feud right there. That was in and out and gone. Jake Hager, Ricky Starks renew hostilities after that epic call out by Ricky Starks over the entire JAS. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then Bryan Danielson continues his streak of matches, trying to get to that Iron Man match against MJF as he takes on Bandido, one of the newest signees to AEW, it's going to be interesting to see whether he stays in the ROH roster or makes up the AEW roster. I don't want to say main roster, because that's not a good way to put it. In women's action, we got Willow Nightengale taking on Toni Storm, which it's interesting to have 2 faces going at each other with for the women's segment here. And you got to know Hikaru Shida is going to be involved in this somehow, just because we got to start forwarding the storyline on here a little bit that Shida basically screwed Toni Storm last week, and I believe they're going to pull the jealousy angle, maybe. Or maybe Toni Storm's going to turn heel on this because she's pissed off about Shida trying to help when she shouldn't be. Honestly, that sort of feud makes her look a little inferior, but whatever's going to work here in this situation. Then one of the segments has got me intrigued and got me a little... I don't know how much they're going to work on this week based on what happened with Jay Briscoe, but Adam Page sits down with Renee Paquette. Now, if you're living under a wrestling rock once again, Renee Paquette is Jon Moxley's wife. And if they sit down for this interview here, there was a bit of a concussion angle that was played out last show with Page, and Page ended up giving 2 buckshots to Moxley to the point where he couldn't really stand that while leaving the building. So, like I said, after what happened with Jay Briscoe this week, I don't know how much they're going to place it. I wonder if they're going to do an opening segment here, chatting about Briscoe, or if they're just going to flash something on the screen, or is this entire card that they mentioned here going to be completely scrapped and replaced with a Jay Briscoe tribute show? Because like I said, they had their big show last week. Their big show was in LA. It was what I find to be one of the best shows that AEW has had in the last couple years. Very solid Dynamite across the board. We had a lot of things going on and a lot of positivity to end things off there, right? And we still have a month to go before Revolution, March 5th, which, by the way, if you are watching this and you are local to Edmonton, we are once again, I just confirmed it this week, we are confirmed to be back at Beercade for the pay-per-view. So, and it seems like talking just worked out perfectly here because we're just getting to the intro of AEW Dynamite right now. I appreciate the screen right off the top here. He is a member of the roster. He is very loved. I don't think he had the same impact as Brody Lee, but I still think he had a hell of an impact on this roster, and everybody's going to treat him with respect here, and we'll see how things go tonight. And once again, they're back on the West Coast, so this should be a lot of fun. Hey, Zodiac, how you doing here tonight? And we're starting with a championship match right off the bat here tonight. I wish he would come out with the...
But I'm better than you.
Whoa! Zodiac!
And you know
Throwing
it.
out another sub for the month here. Hot damn it, thank you. I appreciate that. Sorry, you can tell my typing is superior here. I like the fact that they are starting to try to form things over from Rampage to try and get them on Dynamite, just to see if we can get some more people to watch Dynamite. It is so hard in Canada to watch Dynamite, though. That's one of the biggest problems right now with Dynamite, is the fact you have to go on digitally, right? All right, I'll throw 10 minutes on here, and feel free to get your predictions in, guys. Oh, and there we go. Sorry, I missed all the chat here because I was typing up here. Let's see if we got some... 1 year down. Yeah, you got the 1 year badge now, Zodiac, if you want it. I'm very thankful for all you guys. Adam, good to see you here. Member of the game. Just a programming side note, since I missed yesterday, you're getting 2 streams tomorrow. First stream is going to be in the morning. It's going to be a Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. And in the evening, we're looking at probably 8 o'clock Mountain, 10 o'clock Eastern. We are going to be playing round 2 of the RTG Winter Open. So far, I got Keegs on my in my group here tonight, but we'll see if we get a third and maybe possibly even a fourth. We're going to be playing a little Links Golf here. If you want to check out the first round, it is on our YouTube page here. So, Ed Fries, thank you for stopping in. Good to see you here as well. And remember the game, man. Some of my friends dislike Cassidy because of his gimmick and stuff, but he entertains the hell out of me. Love that he carries the title around in a backpack too. Yeah, I love Orange Cassidy's gimmick that he only tries when he has to. And that's the thing I really enjoy about. And if you didn't know, he's also with AEW Games. He is the AEW Gaming Champion right now. He defeated Ethan Page last week. Hey, Art, good to see you here tonight as well, my friend. I am so glad that stream went well today for you, for the most part. I know that OBS had that update that you have to basically reset a few things. Hell, even Twitch had me reset. If you go down and get the descriptions, like the tags that we use for... Orange is actually putting in some decent effort here. I like this. And Dr. Oreo sums it best. That's the key to life. Only try if you have to. Gonna work on it a bit tonight. Yeah, there's a few quirks and qualms in that. Like Twitch, I had to redo my tags for the stream here tonight. Normally there's 10 set tags that I have describing every stream. Ha! Danhausen's playing an usher. Those aren't your tickets. Oh, I love this. So those seats were actually Trent Beretta's, and oh man, that's funny. Chuck Taylor Beretta. Or do they have to sit by each other? Sanjay uses paper tickets. Hey, you know what? As much as I try to, as much as possible, I like paper tickets as well. And by the way, good to see you here tonight, Jaeger. A man of culture, Sanjay is. He's got the suit game going on pretty well. For me, I just feel that paper tickets I can use as a souvenir as well. So Danhausen is no longer a usher. He is now a manager. I love how Mr. Danhausen is a special... he has so many gifts going on. Speaking of which, by the way, we do have 2 emotes there for you of Danhausen, along with some other AEW emotes. Not going to get rid of all of them, but I am changing a few out as we go along here. Still have my WCW Saturday night ticket from Terre Haute, Indiana. Call that a win. Yeah, I like to keep them when I can. It's funny, I do actually still have a ticket from my last PWA show that we never had. The promoter actually, what was it, 2021, he offered refunds. And I said, no, I'll just wait for the next show. And yeah, well, it looks like I'm going to be waiting a very, 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 very long time for that. But I digress. Why do people put signs up in the crowd that are 8 lines long? The people want Starboy Charlie. All right. Oh, it looks like they are going to have a promo segment on Jay Briscoe, so I'm happy about that. It's a tough situation because apparently Time Warner did not want anything to do with the Briscoes after some bad comments made by Jay, which he completely he apologized for, and he's been working against, and even one of the biggest whoa.
But I'm better than you.
What the?
And
Andre,
you know it.
27 freaking months. Let's go. Like, everybody's been here. Zodiac, I gotta go. Zodiac, are you one of these as well? 27 months, 12 months. I'm so thankful for all the support from you guys. It's just amazing. Like, I know I get caught up in the game and get caught in my words sometimes, and sometimes I don't look like I have as much appreciation as I do, but I just get wound up way too easy. Haven't been on the internet for 27 months. That's true. That's like 2.5 years. Jesus! God, do I love a twirling DDT like that. A twirling DDT or a spine buster. When done right, those moves can just... Those are moves that can pop a crowd. Like, I'll tell you right now, when you can see a really good spine buster, like when you see Arn Anderson back in the 80s pop a spine buster like no other. Like, I even know when I did commentary here, we had a local wrestler, his name's the Irishman, 265 pounds. When he hit a spine buster, it was so... The frickin'... Oh my goodness. That was a Samoa Joe treatment on the lethal injection there. That is funny. Oh my goodness. Cassidy smart enough to roll out of the ring. That normally would knock most people out. What is Rebsberg doing? Why is he interfering with fans? Danhausen steals the guitar. Oh man, that was great. Quick roll up. Cross the legs. And here comes the... There's the orange punch. And that's how you finish that off. That is pretty awesome there. 10 minutes exactly. Sorry about the person who lost their 40 points there. But that was... You know what? For everything that's gone on over the last day here with Briscoe, right? With Jay Briscoe, everybody wants to think about his memory. Everybody's all sad. This was a hell of a way to start it. A very fun match that everybody got involved. For what it's worth, I feel like the orange punch looks legit stiffer than Roman Superman punch. Absolutely. There's actual... And it also goes with the camera work too, right? Like you could see the follow through with orange. He literally goes right across the face. And I find actually, I hate to say it, with the fact that it's a white hand versus a black hand going away. Since it's a white hand versus a black hand, you notice it on the camera a lot better. It doesn't get taken away in the shadows because Roman uses the glove, right? Go away, Jeff Jarrett. I wish you would have fought Punk. Oh, Jeff Jarrett versus Punk? Ooh, that might be... That might be a little rough. But like I said, for this matchup here, we had a lot of fun to start off. There's a little fun spots there. You had Danhausen. Just so he would have been fired. I will definitely give you a coin for that. Oh, so they're going with Kushida and Allin for the main event. I guess that TV title is meant to be, you know, they're trying to push this TV title Come on, show some NXT footage. I dare you. They did show Cody getting in trouble, so, you know, that. Yeah, it is pretty awesome, the fact we got Kushida here. So in 2 years, Kushida's wrestled in how many different promotions? At least 4? New Japan, Impact, WWE, and AEW. Fun to see if Sting actually comes back. It looks like Sting might... Whoa! This makes me wonder about stuff too, guys. Just hear me out here. We might be having... They might have had some segments produced that... Yeah, I knew about the match here. We talked about it to start off. But the fact that I was thinking they might have had a little bit of a promo segment with... I wonder how that Adam Page and Renee segment might go. They might have had something in here about that. Yeah, Justin Roberts is off his Christmas vacation. Shout out to Dasha Fuentes for covering. I do love the gear tonight. It's very basic, very black, and it's all about... All right, let me get this up here. I got a feeling this might... I'm going to throw 15 up there just for the hell of it, guys. Here you go. Prediction time for you guys. Yeah, Zodiac, no belts. Unless they got them underneath their jackets. Because they are pretty thin belts. Nope. They also, you know how they made their point to the sky about Jay Lethal or Jay Briscoe? They got Jay on the armband. They might also only bring out those championship belts when. Yeah, they have Jay armbands. I think you're going to see a lot of that tonight. Yeah, that's actually pretty weird. Well, I guess you do have the a promotion that loves to show off hardware. It's off-putting that they wouldn't give them out. I understand that, but also the fact that maybe they aren't trying to... maybe they're not trying to promote it as much. Sorry, I just had to deal with a little Twitter retweet there. If you guys check out the Backbreaker Game Twitter, you'll know. AEW not promoting something? I get it. Sometimes some things are bigger than promoting. But of course, I'm always the one promoting stuff, right? Speaking of which, shout out to Dabbod PJC. That was innovative. Today's Twitch stream was actually dedicated to the final day of Google Stadia. So PJC ended up playing a few of his favorites. That'll be coming up soon on the YouTube channel as replays, so... It's going to be amazing seeing Top Flight as long as Darius and Dante don't get injured. Like, they've been constantly getting injured. If they can stay healthy, they could be the future of tag team wrestling here in AEW. Jesus. Google Stadia, that still exists. It only exists for another 3.5 hours. It actually shuts down as of midnight tonight. So, like I said, Crowder went through and just played a few of his favorites. He actually played, once again, PJ Masks, which is our biggest video on YouTube, which shocked the hell out of me, to be honest. A kid's game with a kid's game playthrough with a hell of a lot of views. If you bought games on Google Stadia, what happened to them? Well, I know that Crowder will be able to answer better than I would, but what essentially I believe what happened is Google actually, if you actually purchased a game from Stadia, they actually paid it out to you. They actually refunded you the money back. And if you bought a Google Stadia controller, I believe Adam mentioned this on Game Patch last week, that there is actually a little Bluetooth adapters you can get for your computer. Viva la digital revolution! And Mr. HPC Too Sweet, how are you doing tonight, Vic? As we're in picture here. Good to chat with all you guys. Glad we get a chance to chat while doing this. Just a quick note for you guys. Normally we raid HPC Too Sweet following the stream here tonight. They've actually moved Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots to Thursday night at 7 Mountain, 9 Eastern. So make sure you guys adjust your schedules to check out one of the hottest shows, talk about pro wrestling on the internet. So look at the Bucks being humans, being nice. Yeah, it's funny that way, right? Not being so rough with Top Flight. It's what happens when the Bucks are faces here. Love the new animated emotes there, HBC. And also, we got to be careful because, Top Flight, they could get injured any time here. Like, I know Dante was on the shelf for a couple weeks. 7 p.m. Thursdays is when I watch Bob. Okay. There's a lot of things up on the old... No, it's Dante, actually, that was up for a couple weeks there. I know Darius had the two major ones, but Dante actually got screwed up during a Rampage match, so... And there's one weird thing you could do, Andre. You can always open two tabs. I was actually with... Oh, that would have been a nice tag. Yeah, Nick played a little heelish there on the outside with that grab there. You know what? You can say whatever you want about the Bucks, and I know I have too. I like the Top Flight a lot, but they have a lot of Kevin Nash genes in them injury-wise. I'll give you that, Adam. Like, especially because it is the knees too. It's not quads, but it's close. The Bucks are heels, yeah. Well, in this match, I don't know what. It's hard in AEW to figure out in a lot of matches who's face, who's heel. In many ways, they're just good wrestlers wanting to good wrestle. Which sometimes if you're giving them good wrestling, it doesn't matter who's face or who's heel. Wow. That was a wicked snap there. Double sledgehammer tag. That way you know for sure. The fact we haven't really got a chance to watch a lot of Darius in the ring, it makes this feel... Oh my goodness! Standing Spanish fly goes right into a splash on the outside. Like, I don't think Darius is as naturally gifted as Dante, but he certainly does have the work ethic into it here. I don't know if this is going to be an upset victory like Taz was saying, but I think it's more of a statement victory than an upset victory. Because like they were saying, the Bucks have not had a 2-on-2 tag team match since they lost the titles. Like everything they've done is trios with Omega and then that suspension, right? Wow, look at that extension on that kick. Uh-oh. Blind tag, blind tag, blind tag. Oh, this is not going to be good. No way. Ha! What's good for the goose is good for the gander here. Only watching for Top Flight, still voting during the stream. All right, fair enough. All right, Darius, let's see what you can do. Wow! That is a hell of a tag team finisher there. Just chill and watch AEW before you watch Stardom at 8. That's cool, Andre. Just want to give a shout out to Andre for all his hard work. Him and Melball have been doing a yeoman's job keeping track of Stardom and New Japan Pro Wrestling here over the last, well, you guys have to be going on about 5-6 months now on a consistent basis. Wow. That was a face spike if I ever seen one. Over the top rope. Yep. Long-term storytelling. Bucks always lose tag. Kenny bails him out. Causes split. Very well could be here. Mel went alone this week because I had some... Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Mel was saying that... I had to actually talk with Mel earlier this week. Some of the graphics that she had... where she kept them on her computer up and disappeared. So I had to... resend her some of the assets I had in my computers. So, number one rule when it comes to digital assets, always find your backups and know where they are. Uh-oh. Are they going? Okay. Doomsday Device. There you go. Shout out to the Briscoes. And there's a break. Okay. I would have thought they might have done a breakup. They might have let the pin happen there just because it was a tribute shot. Oh, no. Dante's got that look on his face. Like, what the... Ow. Ow. Dante was going for that double dive and he just ate it. Oh, that Doomsday, yeah. Ever since Phineas Godwin broke his neck on it, well, kayfabe, I guess, from the Legion of Doom doing it to him. Ow. No way. It actually worked this time. Hell yeah, here we go. Three people put 1.7K worth of points in there, and they're going to two people. So this should be a lot. There we go. Some point distribution here. Top Flight helping out with a little socialism here. Second box. I'll give you a gold. I'll give you a coin for that. But Zodiac, they very well could be a story right now. And Jagger getting those points. There you go. They're coming through. I do love the fact that, you know, they started off this show with two really solid matches. All right. We got the Acclaim coming up. This is the promo spot we were wondering about. Hopefully they give us a little bit more after last week's little... I wonder if they're going to get a Saudi Arabia thing in. I wonder if they're going to get a Stephanie McMahon thing in. Vince McMahon. You know they're full of them tonight. Like, this is the promo we've been waiting for 2 freaking weeks. And last week's show was big enough they really didn't need to be out there to help promote the show. It would have got lost in the shuffle with a lot of things, so. Wow. Just wow. Top Flight and Air Fox won the Trios Battle Royal a couple weeks ago, too. Maybe Top Fox. Very much so. And HPC 2 Sweet always bringing in the listen. Try and get that in there. I love that wrestling as a whole has gotten away from the 20-minute promo to start the show each week. Give me some wrestling off the top. That was a trope, mainly because a lot of people were not getting to their TVs right at the start of the show. And I think now it's been realized that more people tune into shows like this before the start of any show. Like when it comes to pay-per-views, you have your preview shows and whatnot. And when it comes to the NFL, you got your pre-shows that go up before the kickoff. So the kickoff is right early. You make sure you're there, right? Andre, I just see your comment in the chat, and I'm just going to throw this out there.
No, please, no.
That's what I think about those 30-minute Triple H promos. I'm just going to get rid of that one there, Andre. That ruined Triple H for you? I'm sorry. I'll just go with it. That and the Cade stuff at Booker T, at RVD, and yeah. Honestly, when it comes to, I'm with you guys. With getting rid of that 20-minute promo is actually a pretty spectacular thing these days. You might summon an We're going to get the 20-minute MJF promo regardless, I feel, tonight. Because Bandido's coming out. And Bandido doesn't speak. Oh, I better shut up. Oh, this is the Guns. Never mind. Booker was bad, but written by a guy who said the N-word on TV to John Cena. Yeah. So are we not good? You think the Guns would get something classier to wear for pants more than what I'm wearing on stream right now? Maybe I should set up a pair of my my special pants out of my merch store, by the way, which is available right now if you want to click on it. All Twitch subscribers get a discount. I like the Ultimate Dragon mask in the front row. He's also wearing a George Kittle jersey, so I think he gets an extra point there. Hey, Game Time, how you doing tonight? The whole gang is all over the place here. I love a good 5-minute MJF promo. Once it starts to drag, get distracted. Yeah, there's a big squirrel thing going on everywhere. Should be a Josh Allen jersey. Should, but this is Fresno, California. This isn't Buffalo, New York, or Jacksonville, Florida. There are 2 Josh Allens, by the way, and they're both in the playoffs this week. Oh, please. Here we go. Tony Schiavone. Think the Jags got a chance? I actually do. And I'll get into that in a sec here. Oh, this is great. Oh, the mic got cut off. I believe the term bullshitter came out of his mouth there. And I love the fact that Bones is wearing a Last of Us jacket, if you guys didn't notice there. At least it looks like it's a Last of Us jacket. I think it was like Vince McMahon, you're just a bullshitter. Great Walking Dead fan. Oh. Family therapy. I love that. I love that jacket. It's nice and classy, you know. I wish I had a picture right now of Adam in just reading the last thing in. Oh, here we go. It is a basketball court, Jaeger. Okay. All right, let me get back into the chat here. That was an interesting discussion here. The Last of Us show is a cheap ripoff of The Walking Dead with The Mandalorian. I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to comment. I don't have Crave, so don't worry about it. Looks like a basketball court behind me. This is where Fresno State does play. And Game Time's like, yeah, it's a party now everywhere. Not a fan of the game. I can't say a whole lot. It's once again, I am an Xbox guy, so I don't have a PS, so I can't answer that. Adam Page is going to be elite again. Very well, possibly could be here. Get a PS5, damn it. My priorities, and actually, I know I haven't talked about it much here. One of my priorities here is actually to get a desktop computer that I can stream off of a little better first. Surprised they're not using Hager's music to come out to. All right, let's put another 15 on the clock here. All right, guys, more productions here. I like this hat. I think we all like this hat. But yeah, in terms of my priorities right now, my first priority is to get a better computer so I can stream a little bit more. If you guys were around for the RTG round 1, we actually had to restart the stream with a lot lower settings because it couldn't handle the Discord, the video, and all the things I needed. Plus, I got like 4 attachments hanging out of a little USB hub for a lot of this stuff here tonight. So I would like to solidify that first, and then maybe PS5s after that. 1, because it's probably dropping price. And 2, might have time to actually play some games that are on there, because I still got my backlog of old games I gotta go through. I do have a schedule. I do have goals. I do have some resolutions. I just haven't got them out there yet. Speaking of MMA fighters, A1 Watch UFC, thoughts on John Jones' return? Will he actually compete in any of his 8-fight contract? I think he'll get one. My whole world. Yeah, just one big backlog it looks like. Uh-oh. Ricky, that's not smart right now. He'll fight twice. Gagne's going to crush him. Okay. He rolled his ankle on the going through the post there. No one touches his hat. Now he's got his hat back, so he's happy. I don't know. Personally, back when I watched UFC was the times where, wow, these new barricades are stiff. Sorry, I'm starting to throw myself all over the place here. But those barricades are stiff. The time when I watched UFC was back when they didn't have weight divisions, back in UFC 1, 2, 3, and 4. I remember renting the videotapes for that, where it was a one-night tournament where everybody had to fight 3 or 4 matches. And a Russian guy named Oleg Taktarov was probably the best tournament fighter not to win one of the tournaments. Remember when Hager was world heavyweight champion? I don't think absolutely. That was one of the more interesting times. He was not only a world heavyweight champion, but I do also believe he was an ECW champion. Happy when he cashed in to beat Chris Jericho. I will say that gut-wrench powerbomb, it would look very simple but very effective, and at that time it actually worked out really well to make it look like it was a real fierce move. So what does Hager do? Look for his hat again? Oh, he's looking for a table now. We had an uptight mom and pop video rental. They wouldn't let underage kids rent early UFC VHS. Personally, the video store we had in town, besides the fact there was the pool hall in town where they got so much money out of me for the arcade machines, I don't think they even knew what UFC really was. Oh, and we did have a second video store in town. That was one of the most famous, one of my favorite scenarios of watching just a stupid situation work out. So one of my buddies in high school, he was a bit of a shoplifter for magazines out of this one store. He'd always have he had a double-lined Oakland Raiders jacket back when the Raiders were in Oakland the first time. So what he would do is unzip the jacket, put the magazine in the armhole right over here, and then just walk out. One day he finally gets caught. And I'm not saying for or against. I'm staying the hell out of this conversation because, well, frankly, I'm not that good at lying about stuff. One of my buddies turns to the store owner and says, if you don't like our business, we'll take it somewhere else. I don't know if I've ever bit my lip any more in that moment, when all I could think of is, yeah, he wants you to take your business elsewhere. Go steal from somewhere else. And I love the fact that the table decided it didn't like it anymore, so it just folded its own way. So for any of you guys watching the show on the Fight TV app internationally, the audio has been fixed, so I am the table. The indestructible table, it's one of the more infamous things here in Alberta. You could probably ask Chris Parrish a little bit more about that on the OLE network. We had a table here in Monster Pro Wrestling that lasted, I'd have to say, at least 4 years. Oh, and there we go. And there's a spear. There's a 1, 2. Gotta love it how things work out the way they do here. Here comes the JAS. Phoenix Taylor broke his leg and retired because, yeah, one of our local wrestlers broke his leg because of an indestructible table. We would call the store ahead of time, reverse VHS in my dad's name, and then go in and say we were picking up a reserve tape for our dad. That's how we got to watch Showgirls and Striptease. I call that a win, my friend. That's like when you get the call from the school saying that you're absent, and you say that you're, yes, I am Jaeger's dad. So what's your name, mister? Oh, Adam Cole promo. I love this Adam Cole return last week. It legit popped me. If you guys haven't watched the VOD on that, go back and check it out. I don't know if I can hit the goal horn any more than I did at that point. Like, literally seeing Adam Cole come back is just as good as a side E, right? Okay, so we got Danielson and Bandido coming up here. And for those that don't know, Danielson has to win his next 3 weeks of matches to be to get a shot at an Iron Man match against MJF at the pay-per-view. My personal prediction: he loses in the last week of the challenge. MJF screws him over somehow. But I'd love to see Adam Cole as champ. You know what? I honestly feel that he will get that championship, but I think it's going to be a little further down the road. Hell, he could even be the guy to dethrone MJF. But whoever's going to do it right now, for as long as they're going to be pushing MJF as champion, they're going to have to find somebody who is going to be able to build up that story. And I just have this feeling that Adam Cole has the way to carry over his story piece by piece, putting things together. Plot lines that just go piece by piece, little by little, moving itself along, just inching its way along here. The fact that he could be the one doing it. Be fine with Cole being MJF eventually, but don't want to have for... Oh, absolutely not. Like, I know a lot of people are talking, like... I don't know how much... Yeah, Adam, I'm with you on this one here. I was just trying to throw this out here. There's been a lot of pundits talking about having CM Punk show up next November as a last-ditch effort to keep the title in WWE. Or, sorry, in AEW. So that the AEW Championship doesn't go to WWE. I honestly think Adam Cole will be that last-ditch effort. It won't be CM Punk. I think CM Punk is... As much as everybody says never say never, I'd almost have to say never at this point, just because there's just... You know how I mentioned how there was so much love for Jay Briscoe? I haven't seen so little love for CM Punk in this situation, so... That's at least my thoughts on it. I have a feeling Adam Cole has enough recognition for WWE folks to be a champion that brings some people over. MJF is great, but I don't think he's that. It's all about how these storylines are played out. And Darthwick, welcome back, by the way. I appreciate having you here again. All right, so we're getting some stipulations thrown in here. That's cool. And Jericho's not really... Daniel Garcia in leather pants. I don't know. I don't know. But it's Action Andretti and... Action Andretti and Daniel Garcia coming up this Friday on Rampage. That orphan, yeah. They went there. Yeah. So just a reminder, just as they bring it up, we are going to be holding the... we will be hosting the pay-per-view AEW Revolution at Beercade YEG here in Edmonton. If you are from the Edmonton area and want to join out, it is free cover. Just make sure you take care of your servers properly after. Let me just fix that. 15 minutes are on the clock. There you go, folks. Let's see here. That orphan, yeah. That, the kind of key Garcia show. Sammy is hilarious, absolutely. It is on a Sunday, Andre. Tony Khan wanted... The reason that the last pay-per-view was on a Saturday was not to go up against his Jags in the NFL. And he said going forward, that is going to be the case. The fact that Full Gear will always be on a Saturday unless NFL changes something. So, the other three are on Sundays. So, once again, if you are at all interested, please join us at Beercade YEG here in Edmonton. It is a hell of a fun time with all of us there. I'll promise you that. I got to feel this is going to be a very technical match. This is good. Yeah, this could be a... And I love both guys have a J armband. Like, I really respect the fact here, like, here's a side thing for you guys. You notice the Bucks had a J with a heart on it, and these two just have a J armband with no heart on it or anything. It's the fact that I like this for the fact that it looks legit, that everybody's coming up with their own thing. Because you know what, everybody just comes out with the same thing the whole time. It almost feels like... What's the date for Revolution? So you can book it up. March 5th. It is the first Sunday in March. So... And Andre, I'll be in touch with you before the show, because we're going to we're actually going to have a preview show available. We'll be doing it up on Twitch and then putting it up on YouTube, getting ready for the whole thing. Wasn't it March 5th last year? You know what? I'm curious enough to check it out right now. Let's see here. Nope, March 6th. So, nope, it was... As long as the preview's not Friday, March 3rd, I'm good. Oh, you're at the Burt Kreischer show. Okay, that's cool. We'll chat about it sooner to the date because, you know, we are going to record it early and there are going to be some matches that we won't know about by then. It's just the way that... Bandido with the double guns. I like the fact that we're getting 6 matches on this card and it hasn't felt like it at all. Like everything's just been breezing by. I thought it was going to be like 6:45 at this point. It's already past 7. So after this, we're going to get the women's match with Willow and Toni. Well, I'm assuming we're going to get MJF promo somewhere in here. What in the hell? You want to talk about core strength? Well, it's not just core strength, it's also trust too, right? That show was the first thing I did with Fred's after my dad. Oh, okay. Yeah, we do what we can. We damn well better get some MJF. I know Adam is dying for his MJF tonight. Yeah, I think, Jesus. Only reason you watch is for an MJF promo? The only thing I'm going to say about that for this one is the fact that last week there was a note on there. The last 2 weeks, there was a note saying he was contractually obligated to appear, is what was said on the actual poster for the show. There was nothing on this week, so who knows? Look at this. Like, Bandido's throwing holds out here that I don't think any of us here in North America have seen. At least not us guys that don't watch ROH regularly. Man, you want to talk about an A+ siding here by AEW. And if people don't know about the credentials of Bandido, he was the ROH champion, right? He was the interim ROH champion when Jonathan Gresham went down with COVID and wasn't able to be around for a few shows. He was the PWG Battle Los Angeles champion for... Or no, he was just the champion of PWG, I believe. Feel free to jump in the chat and correct me if you want. I'm more than willing to say I'm wrong on some of this, but pretty sure I'm bang on about that. Oh, Bandido went down and Gresham was the interim. Okay, that makes more sense. Because who did Bandido take it off of? I'm trying to remember. Andre, you can throw this in here. That's right, it was Roosh. Thank you, Andre. You were a, because I remember, because everybody thought it was a little weird to have Roosh lose it there, and the entire Los Ingobernables was having a bit of a losing streak during that pay-per-view. That was one of the first ROHs I watched in the new era, so. And PCO was champ before Roosh, yeah. 51-year-old PCO who still can move around like a cruiserweight, who just made his return to Impact Wrestling at Hard to Kill. And also glad to see Jonathan Gresham making strides in Impact as well. Taking on Eddie Edwards at the pay-per-view. If you want to know more about it, feel free to check out our YouTube channel. Astrid and Cody broke down everything about Hard to Kill. They break down everything on Impact Wrestling every week on Making an Impact simulcast on Monday. So, yes, I'm a cheap plug machine. What can I say? I should have this out here every time I throw. The ROH title has been vacated twice. Bandido and Jay Briscoe. Also makes me wonder what the, like, it is about 16 millionth on the priority list right now. But I really wonder what they're going to do with the ROH tag titles now. The fact that they obviously don't have a team together. Wow. Just a straight up flapjack. Getting back to FTR. FTR has asked for time off right now from Tony Khan, and he's been granted. Dax mentioned that on the podcast, and I don't know if FTR is going to pull the same John Moxley move that he did when he wanted some time off. And we ended up getting that whole brawl out situation going on. So have Mark be partners with either Cash or Dax. It's too early to speculate, but I'm glad to see that there's a... I just want to see the priorities straight right now. Family's more important than those titles. We'll worry about those titles. We still got, what is it, March 31st is the first pay-per-view. The Supercard of Honor, I do believe it is. Or not the first pay-per-view, the next pay-per-view. Like to see the Kingdom win the vacant titles at a tournament. There's a million different ways we could go with that, Andre. Like I said. It's just something to keep in mind in the back of our heads here. Wow. That took a lot. That took a lot to get him back up again. You can see how exhausted he is after that suplex. Because Danielson wasn't able to get him straight up for as long as he wanted. The balance was off. And literally just core strike just... And quick as a cat up to the top. Frog splash into the knees, and here we go. Straight into the bell lock. But he's not using it as a finish anymore. Which one is the Kingdom? That is, yeah, it's Mike Bennett and Matt Taven. So, with Maria Kanellis as the manager there. And they have been seen on Rampage a few times. I don't know. Tony Khan's got a whole plethora of disposal, and like I said, there's nothing there's nothing set in stone as to who goes where until they start getting this ROH show off the ground here. Which I know that they've made plans, but they haven't confirmed anything yet, so it'd be interesting to see where they finally get things here. I think you signed up for the... Like I said, Audrey, you very well could be right. They should have yelled no for that one, because there ain't no C there. Oh my goodness! Really? Around the world into a backbreaker. Into a modified GTS there. Oh no. Oh, 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 oh. Danielson with the neck the way it was there. Holy crap. Maestro Cradle. Is he going to go for the Regal stretch, or is he going to try another... Oh, no. He tried another Maestro. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, I guess. Like, you're just sitting here and it's just tech move by tech move by tech move by tech move by tech move. This is freaking awesome. Bandido unloads shots here. All right, that's a bit of a lodge here. And a knee right across the face. Wow. Okay, JJ, I'll keep that under thoughts here as we're going along. I don't like to talk about raids until after the show, so we can figure that out as we go here, because who knows who can show off. Can't imagine anyone will want to follow these two. Damn, well, guess who's getting to follow them? The women's match. Once again, they're going to get caught in that spot. And it's just... It's that catch-22 right now, is the fact that you got these women that are absolutely doing amazing work in the ring. And honestly, if you haven't seen the Willow and Ruby versus Ty and... Sorry, against... Ty and Anna Jay... I highly recommend you do. Senton Bob from the top. Make Hager and Starks do that. Yeah, I would agree. Jesus! Yeah, I would have put that, like... I mean, to be fair, there hasn't really been a soft match tonight that'd be easy to follow. Yeah, like... But there's certain levels to this. My personal opinion, I would have had Hager and Starks go right here before the women to give the women a chance. For the mere fact that when you have story-built matches, like ones that are more based on stories produced outside the ring versus what stories inside the ring, like this one's doing right now, as a story of, holy shit, can these guys hit each other? Those story-based matches are a lot easier to follow through with, right? Wow. Like, okay. Somebody dislocate a shoulder right there. Oh, looks like... Oh, there's that Psycho D. Wow. All right. The finish we expected. Especially according to the chat here. Boob Psycho knee. Okay, sorry. All I call is effective. That's what I would call it more than anything. I'm surprised we don't have MJF out here already. Maybe get audio, come on, smarten up. You were handed a bingo chip. That's how you got this championship. Okay. All right, well, they're trying to play this up a different story. I can live with this. Okay, so now they're going to be talking about what's going on. See, Brian looks terrified, as he should be.
You idiot!
Sorry about the idiot one. I accidentally hit that one, but this is the one. Please give me Evil Sheeta. Are we going to get Evil Toni Storm? That's the problem here right now. Because I got to feel we're going to get that before we're going to end up getting... All right, well, we got a commercial break now, so. Yeah, Dr. Wario, never want to chase anybody away, but yes, MJF has spoken. So. The screwed up part is that when Shida turns on Saraya, the crowd will cheer for Shida. Yes and no. It depends how Tony's going to play this part out here right now. And it almost feels like they're playing the Bad Girls Club here. And it, like, Tony's talking about how, you know, deal with all these originals and how Tony's not an original. She had a shot in the Fed. She was in the Fed for a while. And, of course, Adam, I'll bring this. They already changed it over to the Weather Network. Baker got cheered more than Saraya. Shida will get cheered over Saraya. I honestly think Saraya's good. Like, after she got her big return home pop, I think there might be a way going the other way. Hey, little villain, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you like being on here. If anybody's wondering in the chat here, this is HPC2 Sweet Jr. In the chat room now. Always great to have everybody around here. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate having you here. I hope you enjoyed Dynamite tonight, because it is actually, I have to say, a pretty decent show here tonight. Not much for storylines, but a lot of good action here tonight. But yeah, it's gonna be weird on how this whole story develops with Shida and Storm and Saraya. But yeah, after Saraya got her first little pop here in AEW for her big return, she's been doing a lot of heelish things going on. So as far as I'm concerned, there may be a possibility here that she and Toni are going to be the heels and Shida's going to be the face in this all going out, which I don't know whether that's what they wanted, but... Oh, you just found out about... Oh, geez. Surprised your dad didn't tell you about that. Whoa, what do we got here? Oh, my... That's going to be a fun match. Brian Cage, Bryan Danielson. Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, little bribery going on. Battle of the Bryans. Ooh. Well, MJF is definitely using the for me, in a way, this is a bit of a upgrade in terms of going to throw 15 minutes on here. Predictions up now. Battle of the Brides. Little Villain in the building. Absolutely. Give it a little coin there. MJF has more money than Prince Nana. Very well possibly. But MJF, in a way, is almost what Ted DiBiase would be in this era. Like the fact that he's using his money and influence to take everything out. And yes, go Willow. Former wrestler in Love Pro here locally. Really fun to have around. But have you guys heard the controversy about that women's match? The Willow and Ruby against Anna and Ty there last week. The fact that there was so much blood on Ruby's face. And I love the fact that they showed Ruby with that crimson mask. Yeah, that's exactly what it was, Jagger. They were complaining that there was too much blood involved. That everybody was disgusted that women should not be bleeding that much. I'm like, if men can bleed like that, women can bleed like that. And they can tell a hell of a good story. Like, honestly, last year, one of the best matches they had, give that match a 6 out of 10. One of the better matches at the end of 2020 was the Bunny and Penelope Ford against Anna and Ty in that Lights Out match that they had on Rampage on New Year's Eve. Oh, JJ, that was a... There were a couple spots that didn't hit right, but it was fun. You know what? That was end of 2021. That's right, Little Villain. We got a little fact checker in the chat. Yeah, I remember it's 2020. It was either one of the two. It just looked like too much blood, period, men or women. That was a lot, yeah. Like, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you can tell me a good story because of it, I don't mind. And that's why I think I would prefer what happened with Penelope and the Bunny over what happened here with Ruby and Willow. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm fine with both of them. But the amount of blood they showed, huh? Little Villain, you shouldn't be watching stuff like that. Seriously. Don't mind the blood, but when it pours, I start worrying about the health of the performer. Yeah, like, I haven't been in the ring enough to actually justify one way or the other. And I wonder how much, what the levels of blood are going to be in the video game. That's one thing I'm really wondering about. Are they going to let the wrestlers bleed in the game? I'd assume they'd sort of have to at some point. But rest assured, once that game comes out, we're gonna have some fun on here with it. We might even do it like a regular after Dynamite every week. We'll see how things go. I haven't consistently went to Homecoming night one. Okay. If they let him say shit on TV, they'll let him bleed that game. I really just want that game to be good. And the service model that they say they're planning for it is the fact, like, they're not gonna go the yearly model that WWE has come in, more like service updates with roster updates and whatnot for the game. If this is true that they're actually going to do it that way and like have 5 or 6 years between games or have one game per generation. Watched the single to the Goon last night. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought about that. But I will say this. I was going through the deals on the Nintendo eShop last week, and I actually picked up a game that has the same controls as NHL 2023 with the skill stick and whatnot. It's an indie hockey game. But it's might get a lot of disagreements with this, but I love Matt Cardona's GCW title reign. You know what? Cardona knows how to live the gimmick. That's a nice spine buster. But I think it's called Bloody Hockey League. It basically looks like Slapshot. Like Slapshot the movie. But it controls just like NHL 23. Might throw it up here on stream for a little bit. One of these days. 2022 is the year for Cardona. Well, Cardona remade himself. Slapshot classic movie. Could possibly see him return to WWE with Papa H control. The rumors I hear are both Chelsea and Matt are both signed already. And the pounce. Period. Sorry, let me just get that off the... Sorry, if you don't say it like that, it doesn't count. Shout out to Monty Brown and Impact Wrestling. Or TNA Wrestling, sorry. Well, they're giving us some time. I'm super happy about this. And she used the tights. So Storm and... I was right. Saraya and Toni are going heel. Here it is. Matt's not signed, but Chelsea's been signed for quite some time now. Okay. Yeah, we were talking about this just before you popped on here, little villain. That that we're trying to figure out whether Shida's going to go face or whatnot. Who else in AEW or former WWE people that were in the women's division? Athena. Like the heel turn, but not a fan of the fit. I wish there was a little bit more of an interference spot by Saraya at that point. But maybe this is how you get Mercedes in here. If she's coming in, she ain't coming in at least till March. There's a decent possibility she could show up at oh my God, Brian Cage, Willie Mack on Friday. I like that. And Jack Perry, Ethan Page. Rampage is going to be worth checking out for you tonight or Friday night. guys and girls. Page versus Perry. Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a match. I'll probably check out a replay because I'm probably going to be on stream Friday night the way things are going right now. I want to catch up a little bit here. Yeah, Ty was in there for a cup of coffee as well, but I don't think she's going to be joining any other faction with her part of the JS right now with Sammy, right? But if Mercedes is going to come in, she's going to come in on... if she's going to come in, it'll be a Revolution or Double or Nothing. It won't be... It won't be anything before that because if New Japan is paying that much money to get her, they're going to make sure that first match in San Jose is her first match back. So, Miss Willie back in the ring. Him and Cage are good on elevation, so we're going to see it again. So I'm happy for that. If Saraya and Toni are teaming up now, where does that leave Hayter moving forward with Hayter versus Britt? I don't think you have to necessarily go away from Toni versus Hayter. It's just the roles have been reversed now. Like, in a way, Britt Baker is very much the Stone Cold Steve Austin of the women's division AEW. She could do 15 million heel things and everybody will still cheer. And Jamie Hayter, everybody's behind her, so I can't see why you just can't go with that. Just let it ride. I would. Is Ethan Page ever getting a push? He got that little rivalry with Starks, but with a heel champion right now in MJF, you got Darby Allin, who already beat Ethan, so he's not really going to fit in there. Orange Cassidy, they've already had a feud there. Ethan Page really doesn't have much to go for right now. But the fact that they're still giving him TV time still means that they still have some good use for him, and they're giving him promo segment time like that. Like, if they're actually going to make a vignette for your video or for your match, as far as I'm concerned, that's really letting them know. Page should take the belt from Allen. There's a possibility. I would never necessarily say no to it. But as this is coming up to the main event, as is tradition, I want to just get my plugs in right now for future streams. Tomorrow, it looks like we're going to actually be doing a double stream. We are going to have Legend of Zelda Link to the Past earlier on the day. I might even do it in the morning. Just to break things up a little bit. Stay tuned to Twitter. Whenever I get up and finish breakfast and whatnot, if everything's set, I'm going to probably throw it on early and then finish up about...
One more for the good guys.
Thank you, Little Villain, for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Always appreciated. And then in the evening, 8 o'clock, we're going to have our... Sorry, just all of a sudden. Oh, don't ever apologize. All right, Takeshi's going to speak. While he's chatting, I'm going to get the main event predictions put up here. Uh-huh. Okay. Could you imagine Kushida winning the championship tonight? Let's get... I love how they call it an open invitation when they've already announced the... So who's coming out with them? Oh, okay. Kevin Knight and DKC. There you go. We got our New Japan contingent in the house here. Oh, there you go, Jagger. I like that one. Katsuki and Shohei Ohtani versus MJF and Trevor Bauer. Whoo, Nelly! Let's book that. Let's book it. Man, I can't wait for MLB The Show 23 to come out. Just found out the early details of the Show YEG 2023 version, and I'm really excited to see how it goes. It's going to be a bunch of mini seasons, and, you know, Kevin Knight was Kushida's partner in the Super Junior Tag League. Okay. Love Kushida's glasses. Roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Still waiting for AEW Fight Forever? We all are. We all are. I was fast forwarding to catch up. Did Paige and Storm turn heel? Yes. It appears that they have turned heel. They attacked Willow after the match, and before the match, they were doing a promo talking about how they were complaining about all these originals. These AEW originals that can't win anything, sort of like Shida. And Shida's sort of caught in the middle right now, whether she wants to or not. The roster for Fight Forever is going to be kind of outdated by the time it comes out. You're not wrong. But I also do believe they are going to have, from what I've read, it's supposed to be, they're supposed to have a floating roster on it. So, like, there's going to be constant roster updates, sort of like an MLB. It's Sting! Grandpa Sting. Hey, Sonny, you got your skateboard handy? I need something to drag me out of here. Grandpa and nephew. Said, so I make a mistake once in a while. Sue me, Andre. Oh, this is going to be a good matchup here. Like, Kushida knows, with the amount of experience, Kushida, like, it's amazing how many dream matches they've actually put in here so far. Like, forget about Fight Forever, Forbidden Door, my apologies. Kushida can join Storm and Saraya as he was in WWE. Fair enough. I don't know if we go that far. Which Pop's my favorite? Yeah. You know what? I like them all. I'll show mad respect to my 3 Pride ones after what happened yesterday, but we don't need to get into that too much. Let's just say there's a reason I bought those. Support. Show your support. That's the way it's always supposed to be. Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Yeah, I do believe so, Andre. I can't remember which one. I know I got a couple here, a couple on the side here and whatnot. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow I will show you guys my limited run games. In the morning stream, I will show you guys my limited run games package I received this week. I got my TMNT Shredder's Revenge for Xbox One package in Tuesday afternoon. So I haven't opened it yet. I have it in packaging to the side of me here. I wonder if it actually does have that Pizza Hut coupon in it as well. But you know what? We'll find out together tomorrow on the first of the 2 streams. So I want to do it up so that I can cut it up and use it up on YouTube as well. So that's why I say I'll do it later. Shredder's Revenge is on Game Pass. Why did I buy it? Because it's not going to be on Game Pass forever. And I like physical copies. I love how they got the LFG side out there. Yeah, there's actually a few games I like to pick up on for limited run games. I try to leave it one at a time. I did miss out on River City Girls. I wanted to get that one on the Switch, but I just missed out, so. Yeah, Shredder's Revenge. Yeah, Vic, you and the little one will actually like play that. There's a new update on it now, so you can either play it on the classic mode or you can play it regular. I have one LRG release, Jay and Silent Bob, yeah. Bit of an LRG whale, yeah. Didn't realize the barricades knew. I thought they were still using the same railings, but the banners draped over them. No, they actually... I haven't seen the underneath of them yet, but at least the ones they use around ringside, they are solid now. They are no longer tight ones, right? These kids don't know what's a good game anymore. Back in my day. Your Shredder's Revenge for Xbox still hasn't shipped? Well, I received mine already, so... That was an interesting camera view on that shoulder breaker there. Still haven't played High on Life. I'll be honest. I'll give my honest review, and I know Adam's already played it, so he can understand a bit. If you like the Rick and Morty comedy, it's decent. Oh, it took 9 months for me to get my game from LRG. This is 6 months for this, so I'm with you guys. My first game that I got from them was Zombies Ate My Neighbors and House Patrol. Or Ghoul Patrol, sorry. It took about 9 months to get that in. So when you're getting it from LRG, you have to expect about 9 months there. So the humor is the only reason to finish High on Life. Exactly. That's why I was going to go with that. The humor is funny, but to me, the learning curve was just not worth it. Is Zombies Ate My Neighbors the one with the big giant baby? Yes, it is. Still waiting on Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol. Maybe you should contact them. Ordered the games in June. They missed my order on the first one. Contact them and see what's going on, because there may be an issue coming up, but yeah, the first time they shipped it, I never received it. I'm religious on keeping track of emails and tracking shipments and all that, so but yeah, High on Life, the big problem for me was the spike in difficulty, and that's why I didn't get much past the first level. They all of a sudden you're facing all these grunts that don't do a whole lot. Then you get to a boss that's super difficult as you go along. And I never did get past the second boss, so. So yeah, when the Jags win, does WWE set up a title belt? Well, that's going to be pretty hard when the Bills end up having to take on the Giants or the Cowboys and relive all our nightmares. But I would love to see Triple H said Tony Khan a belt. That would be amazing. Remember watching a Remember the Game stream 2 years ago, laughing because Adam was cussing at a giant baby? Yeah, I remember that very well. Then there's a Duval. It'd be smarter to bring out the AEW title. Oh, absolutely. Why would that want it when Tony can make his own? It's all about the joke about that, right? And Blake Bortles. Huh. Bills better worry about beating the Bengals. Absolutely. Jags are going to crush the Bills in the conference final. Hey, at least Josh Allen is going to make the Super Bowl one way or the other in that case. And I got to be careful because, I haven't seen it as bad this year, but last year, anytime anybody used the word Super Bowl, they ended up having to pay something. Oh, they actually they're showing advertisers for Power Slap finally. Okay. That's a weird statement. Bengals and Chiefs are playing in that game.
No, please, no.
Easiest way to answer that one for you, Darth Mick. Or maybe I'll just do this on you for once. Blow the whistle on that one. I love how I'm actually getting, a little bit out of my soundboard, a little bit more than usual here tonight. Only reason I want to see the Jags win at all is to see Triple H give Tony Khan a belt. I think they're going to more worry about that when the time comes, kind of thing. Jags have a decent team, though. If it's Bills Chiefs, I could go to the game. Atlanta is only about an hour and a half down the road. Honestly, I think the party atmosphere that Buffalo will bring, and Kansas City for that matter, especially when they can go on the road to Atlanta, which I would assume is going to be the Power Slap would crave because Dana White thought it was so fun at the house. Sad but true. Jacksonville, Dallas. I'm going to mark that one down, Andre. Think you should go on a sports book and bet on that one. That stunner's got to hurt. Both men. One has a jack jaw, one has a cracked rear end. But of course, Darby's got to die somewhere in every match, and I think with Kushida, all he's done is try to break off his arm. Man, if the Jags go to the Super Bowl, it's going to get nuts down there. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. But with that defense, like, I think both the defense and the offense was it was a real wake-up call for them after that first half against San Diego. I know that the Chargers are going to charge her. Sorry, L.A., not San Diego. My bad. But the Chargers are going to charge her. The Chiefs are a whole different ball of wax here. They're going to have to play a... Holy arm bar. Ooh, that arm is going away that it shouldn't be. Bills Mafia and ATL is a recipe for a crazy party atmosphere. Tailgating all day and late night trips to the Waffle House. It's going to be fun if they're there. It's going to be crazy either way. Like, I'm just hoping that there's good football this weekend. Personally, I haven't booked off any time off work yet. Do we need Bills fans clash with Philly fans if they both make it? Our QB holds the after party at the Waffle House. Nice. Trying to use the GoPro there. Okay. The game will be in Buffalo if the Jags beat KC. Yeah, like. Yeah, but how do you get out of it? You just get yourself over the ropes. Let the crowd throw it in. Get the crowd to throw it in and make them think it's Sting. Not far from Clemson, and people here still love Trevor Lawrence. He's just such a lovable guy. That's the thing. Okay. That was, well... He's easier to cheer for than Deshaun Watson. Agreed. Completely. The Scorpion Death Pin known as the Last Chancery. That one was sort of out of the blue. And I don't mean sort of, I mean absolutely out of the blue. I love the fact Kushida, when he had the armbar on the floor, he tells the cameraman to watch his hands. Yeah. I'll go with the odds, Zodiac. By the time the Super Bowl's done, he's probably going to have another 6 charges against him, but that's... One thing I found about people, like, that was a great match, but maybe like 3.75 star. I wouldn't even go that far. Maybe 3.5. That ending was just weird. Weird timing on the ending, like 3 minutes before the top of the hour. I'm sure they wanted to get this spot in here. He's like, yeah, no, don't touch that arm. That arm's dead. Darby's going to be crippled by 40? Yeah. Like, honestly, Darby's being pretty much the same way that Jeff Hardy was throughout his career here. So it is tough to watch. And look what's happening to Jeff now. Like, he's being forced into rehab because, I don't know whether it's voluntary or whether it's necessary to keep himself going, but either way, it's pretty painful to watch what Jeff Hardy's going through here now. And I just still hope that Darby, I really hope that Darby doesn't end up in that situation, to be frank with you. So